I want to tell you a little story about being lost. You can apply it to your journey as an entrepreneur, as a coach, as a business professional. And it goes like this. It was me. I was a driver for a Bradley. It was like a tank, a small tank. And we were out on a training exercise. And in that training exercise, at night, we had to park in strategic locations. Well, somebody came to my tank and they're like, Carlisle, we need ice. It's in number 3-4 over there. And it was maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. I was tired and like, oh man, I gotta go get this ice. So I woke up, did one of these numbers. I just pulled my boots up, and then I'm like, you know what? I'll just go get the ice real fast and come right back. Now, mind you, this was in the desert. So you would think you can see where you're going, but you can't. It was dark. But I knew strategically where that tank should be. Therefore, I said to myself, I'll just go get the ice and I'll be right back. I don't need my Kevlar, which is my helmet. I don't need my weapon. I don't need my jacket. I'll just go run and get it real fast. So I jump out and I make a beeline for what I thought was the direction of that tank. Bradley, for any cavalry scouts out there, it's not a tank. As I was walking, I thought to myself, man, this is becoming a little bit longer of a walk than I thought. Looking around, starting to get nervous, and I said, you know what? It should have been here by now. I need to turn around. So I literally stopped, turned around 180 degrees. So I was walking backwards. And I would get back to my track, my Bradley. Well, a long time later, I'm still walking. And there is nothing in sight. And then I started getting nervous. And I was looking around thinking that the coyotes were going to come get me. I could hear coyotes off in the distance. And I ended up picking up a couple rocks because if they're going to get me, I'm not going down without a fight. And another 30 minutes, I see this little red light way out in the distance. And I end up going in that direction thinking, man, I sure did come really far out of the way. But I could feel the anxiousness, all of the anxiety, all the pressure. It was a really horrible situation. As I walk and walk and walk and walk some more, I finally ended up coming to that tank. Now that was an M1 Abram, an actual tank. And I thought to myself, where in the hell am I? Why am I seeing a tank and not one of my Bradleys? Well, there had been an APB out and people were looking for me. I was lost. Lima, Lima, Mike Foxtrot. That's for all of my veteran people out there. They know what that is. And that's what I was. I was lost like a mofo. So the guy picked me up and I was over 5 miles away from my Bradley. And he brought me all the way back. And talk about the walk of shame. I had no weapon. I had no Kevlar. I didn't even have my jacket. I had my boots on and it was bad. So I was scared I was going to be in trouble. I made it. I lived. Everything's fine. I was very embarrassed. I did get in trouble, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. Here's the moral of the story. When I was in the middle of the desert, I was lost. But the more I think about that story, I wasn't lost. I could still breathe. I could still walk. I could still think. The pressure and the anxiety did not come from me being lost. The pressure and the anxiety came from me telling myself, I need to be found. In life, we're in situations that we think we're lost. And please re-script it. It's not that you're lost, it's that you're pressuring yourself that you should be found.